If anything ever happens again, you will be seeking employment elsewhere.
You and Ollie have some unfinished business.
Are you sure he's not putting on there?
Did any of you bring back a souvenir from your travels?
We can't tell Dante.
So, Sam still has to go through the second round of testing, the same round that disqualified Lucky. Naturally, she doesn't want to tell Dante yet because, heaven forbid, she doesn't pass. It's not like he's already on this endless emotional roller coaster or anything, right? Lori even mentioned that nothing's definite yet. But let's be real, how exactly does Sam think Dante won't figure out what's going on? It's kind of ridiculous to think she can keep this under wraps. Meanwhile, Tracy's been on her Let's Bully Sasha campaign like it's her full-time job. Seriously, Sasha should just pack up and go work somewhere where mean boss energy isn't part of the company culture. Here's the kicker, though. If Sam is a match and has been hanging around this whole time, when exactly did she sneak off to get tested? Like, really? They couldn't have done this weeks ago? Someone should have sent her to the lab months back. Am I the only one remembering Sam was already tested before and wasn't a match? Do they think we just forgot? Also, can someone tell Tracy to back off Sasha? She needs to drop the attitude already. Honestly, Sasha should just stand up to her and put her in her place once and for all. And the people calling Sam selfish for not telling Dante? Give me a break. She's clearly trying to avoid giving him and the rest of the family another round of false hope after the Lucky situation. It's not selfish, just cautious. Oh, and as for Tracy, I think she's got a weird soft spot for Cody and is jealous of Sasha for getting his attention. Because obviously that's the only logical reason she treats Sasha this way. Right. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Honestly, if Cody and Sasha just bought a nice little place and disappeared off-screen to live happily ever after, I wouldn't even complain. Just go and take the drama with you. Now, let's talk about Sam. Of course, she won't tell anyone she's a match for Lulu. Nope, she'll probably get into some tragic accident she can't survive, and then surprise. Liz and Terry will swoop in to reveal she was Lulu's miracle donor all along. Because why wouldn't the writers give us that kind of plot twist? First, they write off Finn, now they're supposedly killing off Sam, and then Finn's coming back. What are the writers thinking? Nothing on this show makes sense anymore. It's like they're pulling random ideas out of a hat. And about Sam keeping it a secret from Dante, let's be real. The issue isn't her not wanting to tell him she's a match. It's that Lulu's on the brink after coding yesterday, and now Sam's going to rush into surgery without even making sure she's healthy enough to donate. I can already see where this is headed. Sam's going to die on the operating table, leaving Dante to blame himself for losing her. All because she saved his ex. Seriously, what is going on? So, after all this time, Sam is magically Lulu's match? And she's keeping it a secret from Dante, just to go ahead with the surgery. Then she dies, and Dante's left in emotional ruins, blaming himself for her death. The writers really thought this was a good storyline. I mean, they're killing off Sam, leaving her kids without a mom, and all to bring Lulu back from the dead after being off-screen for years. Make it make sense. Let's not pretend this isn't just an excuse for the writers to put Lulu, Dante, and Rocco back together again as the perfect little family. Of course, Sam's going to have complications during surgery and won't make it. That's their plan, right? Kill off Sam in the coldest way possible just to reunite the old crew. And don't get me started on rumors of Kelly Monaco jumping ship to DOL. If that's true, I can even blame her at this point. It's nasty writing, plain and simple. What a terrible exit for Sam, sacrificing herself for her boyfriend's ex. They could have given her a way better send-off. This isn't like when BJ gave her heart to Maxie. That was a heartfelt story about friendship. This is just cruel. And as for Tracy, yeah, she's totally jealous of Sasha. She's got a thing for Cody. I'm calling it now. This is all about her crushing on him and taking it out on Sasha. Watch, I might not be wrong. If anyone watched that gut-wrenching scene where Dante was torn apart over Rocco being crushed by false hope, you'd understand why Sam is doing what she's doing. She doesn't want to put Dante and Rocco through that same pain again. But now, they're setting up Sam to die while donating to Lulu. So, Sam leaves behind her 2 kids and Dante, just so Lulu can make her big return? That's seriously how they're writing her off. The guilt that Dante's going to carry after this, it's really hard to like where this is headed. And let's talk about these convoluted storylines. Sasha leaving Deception is one thing, but now she's going to be a chef for the Quartermaines. Really? And don't even get me started on Holly and Robert. That ship sailed ages ago. Brennan? Jury's still out on him, but none of these storylines seem to be going anywhere. When you watch General Hospital every day, these characters become like family. You share their highs and lows, and it hurts when they're treated like this. Watching them write Sam out, with no possibility for a comeback, is tough to swallow. Kelly Monaco has been such a staple on the show. Best of luck to her, but it feels like such a sad, unnecessary exit. And here's another thing. If Sam really is going to die donating her liver, wouldn't it be wild if she confessed to killing John Cates on her deathbed? Maybe she believes this is her way of saving Christina. Who knows? Just throwing it out there. Do we even know where Sam was during that time? Could be a twist no one saw coming. Now on to Cody Bell. So he's Max Scorpio's son and connected to practically half the cast. We've got the aunt, Holly Sutton, stepsister Maxie, brother-in-law Spinelli, Felicia as his stepmother, plus nieces and a nephew, Georgie, Bailey, and James. He's practically got his own family tree at this point. But what's the plan for him, really? And here's where things really get confusing. Lulu's in a vegetative state due to an accident, but her liver's failing because of the meds she's been given in that state, not from the accident itself. So if she gets a liver transplant, she's still going to be in that same vegetative state, right? And assuming she stays on those meds, what's stopping them from messing up her new liver too? Is the show trying to hint that a new liver might actually wake her up? Because even by soap opera standards, that seems like a stretch. Tracy was out of control, but the real shocker here is the possibility of Holly being Sasha's mother. No, just no. If Holly's Sasha's mom and Robert's involved, that would make Sasha and Cody cousins. Please, don't let that happen. Plus, if Holly's warning Sasha, whatever's coming for her isn't looking good, are they planning on cutting even more characters or just turning the storylines upside down for fun? Honestly, just send Tracy back to wherever she crawled out of, because I don't care where she is, just get her off my screen. As for Sam, I think she's just holding off on telling Dant until all the tests are 100% confirmed. Dante's hanging by a thread after Lucky couldn't donate, and the last thing he needs is more disappointment. But it's looking more and more like Lulu's miracle will end in tragedy for Sam. She probably won't survive the surgery, and that leaves Dant with an impossible choice. Poor Danny too. What a mess. I thought we were seeing the softer side of Tracy thanks to Gregory, but nope, she snapped right back into the same old Tracy. I can't wait to see what Sasha's allegedly done wrong this time. Let's recap. The first time, she cooked a meal during her time off. Clearly, a crime punishable by endless Tracy-level wrath. And then there's Sam. As soon as Terry called Sam in and said, "We found a match," it was obvious Sam was the donor. I mean, why would Terry be telling Sam and not Dant, Laura, or someone actually in Lulu's family if Sam wasn't the match? The writing is just insulting our intelligence at this point. I guess Sam's trying to spare Dante from false hope until the second round of testing confirms it, especially after what happened with Lucky. Or, and here's the twist, maybe it's because Sam's father, Julian, was the one who put Lulu in the hospital in the first place, following orders from Cyrus Eka. Oscar Jessup. No wonder Laura wants Cyrus far away from Lulu. And seriously, what is Tracy's problem now? I thought we'd resolve this, but apparently not. I'm convinced she's jealous of Sasha. Sasha deserves so much better than being Tracy's verbal punching bag. Tracy gaslights her by complimenting her cooking, then turns around and tears her apart every chance she gets. It's abusive, plain and simple. How much longer is Sasha going to put up with this before she finally walks away? All right, here's my take. I've got a strong feeling Holly is Sasha's mother. But if that's true, and Robert Scorpio is Sasha's father, the writers have officially crossed a line. Because that would make Sasha and Cody cousins. Please, let's hope they go in a different direction for Sasha's father. I'm really praying we don't go there. But if Holly is Sasha's mom, there's still hope that her father could be someone totally unrelated to Cody. After all, Holly's been around. She's had her fair share of adventures around the world. So maybe we'll be spared the whole cousin thing. However, there's something seriously off about this storyline. Sasha's been in Port Charles since 2018, and Holly only recently returned in 2023. So how does Holly not know that her supposed daughter has been in town all this time, working as a fashion model for deception, no less? It just doesn't add up. I'm confused, and this plot is raising more questions than answers. Now, remember Felicia's DNA test. Sasha used her hair sample for that, so if Robert were her dad, it should have shown Mac as her uncle, right? So that means Robert can't be the father, maybe Luke. That theory would make sense, especially after seeing Tracy go after Sasha today. If Sasha is Luke's daughter, Tracy is going to feel awful for how she's treated her. Talk about drama. And we really need to unpack this whole Holly-Sasha mother-daughter thing. I did not see that one coming. Sasha's always been such a sweet character. How is she connected to someone like Holly, who's known for being a bit of a con artist? It does explain Sasha's willingness to pull off that whole fake daughter scam with Mana Reeves, though. Now I'm wondering, did Holly or Valentin have something to do with that? But the big question remains, who is Sasha's father? It can't be Robert, because Holly would have told him by now if he had a daughter. Did she hide this from him? And before anyone suggests Valentin, please no. It would be terrible if Valentin used his own daughter in that scam to trick Nana into thinking Sasha was her kid. Do we even know who Sasha's father is, or have the writers just been keeping us in the dark this whole time? Wow, they really had me thinking Holly was going to be Cody's mom, but nope. Poor Sasha just keeps getting hit with curveballs. Okay, I'm going to preface this right now. If you're not caught up with GH, stop watching me. I'm about to drop a massive spoiler, like enormous. I'm not even sure if what I saw is real, which is why I'm posting this. I need some confirmation, but seriously, spoiler warning. Alright, if you're still here, here it goes. Did Elizabeth just get a text saying Spencer's coming in for testing? I mean, I usually wear glasses, but I didn't have them on, and I'm pretty sure I saw the name Spencer on her phone. She was talking to Dant when the text came in, and it looked like it said Spencer was coming in. Am I losing it, or did Spencer decide to come back for something important? What's going on? Is it the Spencer we all know, or is this some other Spencer? I'm so confused right now. And back to Sasha. I've got a strong feeling she might be Holly's daughter. Maybe even Luke's daughter. I just can't see them writing it for Robert to be her dad, especially considering Sasha's in love with Robert's nephew. That would be messy, to say the least. But honestly, GH just doesn't make sense lately. Like a couple of weeks ago, Sam got tested, and it was clear as day that she wasn't a match. Now, all of a sudden she is. Come on, writers, make it make sense. And here's another thought. Maybe Holly isn't Sasha's mom, but her sister? When Sasha asked her, "What are you doing here?" there was definitely a big reveal vibe. Whatever's going on, it's bound to shake things up. Why is Holly suddenly so invested in Cody? Is she supposed to be his mom or Sasha's? I can't keep up. And now Sam's agreed to the transplant to save Lulu, but refuses to tell Dante? Meanwhile, she's questioning Isaiah's abilities when he clearly knew what he was doing. Come on, Portia, give the man some credit. Does anyone else feel like General Hospital is getting harder to watch? Everything is so heavy and depressing lately. Sam's leaving, Lulu's issues, it's just not that joyful anymore. What happened to the fun and excitement? I'm wondering if there's going to be a twist, and Cody turns out to be Holly's son. It wouldn't shock me at this point, but I could be way off. And seriously, did I imagine it? Or did either Sam or Dante say just a few weeks ago that neither of them was a match? Now suddenly Sam is a match. The consistency in the writing is all over the place. Speaking of inconsistencies, can we talk about Lucky for a minute? Why hasn't he acknowledged Cam or Jake at all? For years, he was basically their father. Jake even had Lucky's last name before he was presumed dead, and Lucky still considered him his son when he rescued him from Helena. But now, they only ever mention Aiden as his kid. It feels like such lazy storytelling to just drop the history like that. And here's a newsflash for everyone. If something aired on network TV, it's not a spoiler anymore. It's canon. No one's responsible for keeping up with anyone else's DVR backlog or binge-watching schedule. So let's carry on. Also, I knew Ned would try to use that info for blackmail, but technically, they haven't even slept together yet, so there's that. One last thing. Colin Cassidy, the actor who plays Aiden, was born in 2001. So for those thinking he's a 30-something-year-old, nope. Also, it's not uncommon for teen characters to be played by adults since they can work more hours. And really, why is anyone upset that Aiden isn't straight? It doesn't affect anyone's life one bit. Let's move on already. How do some soap opera fans not know who Van Hansis is? I mean, come on. I know I'm not the only GH fan who also watched As the World Turns. Van played Lily's son, Luke, for almost 6 years. You're seriously telling me no one's heard of Luke and Noah? Even if you didn't watch ATWT, their storyline was huge. How can you miss that? And can we talk about Curtis for a minute? He dumped Jordan for not telling him something, but now he's not even that upset with Portia for changing a medical test. Hypocrisy much? Now we have to deal with Brad blackmailing her. It's so predictable. The writing just feels lazy at this point. And speaking of messy situations, let's clear one thing up about Christina. Her egg was used for that baby, so it was biologically and legally Christina's child to keep if she wanted to. Molly was warned by Alexis that there was a strong chance Christina wouldn't give up her rights. That whole situation is going to be explosive. And oh no, Ned, what are you doing? The truth is about to blow up, and Michael's going to find out about Drew and Willow from someone else. That fallout is going to be ugly. Once Carly hears, all bets are off. I can already see the custody battle looming. Best case, Michael wants shared custody, and it's somewhat civil. Worst case, Michael takes Willow to court, Diane represents him, and Michael gets full custody, leaving Willow with nothing. It's going to get intense. I'm really hoping that when Finn gets out of rehab, if they recast him, he won't cut Chase and Brooklyn out of Violet's life. They've been such a strong support system for her. I think Violet's going to be so happy to have her dad back, clean and sober. It's the one bright spot I'm looking forward to. As for Sam, I'm bracing for heartbreak. I think Sam and Finn might get into a car accident when Finn's on his way home, and neither of them make it. That's how Lulu ends up getting Sam's liver. I also think the reason Sam told Terry not to tell Dante is because she doesn't want to get his hopes up. She wants to wait until she's 100% sure she can be a donor after that second round of tests. Honestly, I don't blame Tracy one bit for wanting to take legal action against the bullies' parents. Growing up with bullies, It would have been so satisfying to see their families hit with massive legal fees and go broke. As for Kelly Monaco, I've been saying for months that Sam was going to be the donor, and people came at me for it. But now, here we are, it looks like this is how she dies. I'm glad Lulu will live, but not at the expense of Sam. Killing off a veteran actress like Kelly Monaco is such a huge mistake. It really saddens me. I have a feeling Sam and Finn's stories are going to collide somehow. Especially now that Lulu coded today, I'm thinking maybe she'll need a full liver transplant to survive. It seems like the story is getting more complicated. I wonder if a car wreck might tie it all together, maybe with Sam and Finn both involved. Since we know Finn isn't coming back, that could be the way Sam doesn't die just from the liver donation. It'd still be tragic, but at least Dante and her kids wouldn't feel quite as crushed by it. After watching today's episode and seeing the previews, here's my prediction. Now that Sam knows she's a match, she's panicking about the risks and the reality of it. In true soap opera fashion, I can totally see her driving off dramatically to clear her head, getting into a car accident and dying. And in the end, they use her liver anyway. It's heartbreaking, but it seems like that's the direction this is heading. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.